Hey everybody, it's me, Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. Welcome to Morning Wood, brought to you by BetMGM. They've got a great promo for you guys. I know we're on the All-Star break, so they put the $10 NBA bet on hold. Now the new link that's in the description of this video is for $1,000 risk-free bet. Okay, so check out the description of this video, click on the link, and get yourself signed up with BetMGM. They've got $1,000 risk-free bet for you guys, and that, my friends, is what we call value. So thank you, Cisco, for that thumbs up. Everybody like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, just like Michael Dose did. So I've got three special guests for us today. All right. I've got Ross Benjamin. He's here. He's going to talk to us about being in a slump, because I'm in a slump right now and I hate it. So I'm seeking professional advice. And luckily, I've got fantastic expert handicappers at my disposal. A little bit later, Cameron Ross is going to be on. He's 11-1 with his morning wood picks. And then Tim Earle is going to come on and talk a little esports CSGO with you guys. So without further ado, and then as this show's going on, feel free to give me your Woodies. 21 left in the Woodie. I didn't count the buzzer beater, but feel free to throw them in. And we're going to get this party started. So, Ross Benjamin coming in hot. How's it going, friend?
It's going good. Thanks for having me, Ellie.
No, thank you so much for coming. You know, I've been slumping, man, and I always say to handicap your handicapping. Why am I getting it wrong? And I've been trying new things out. I've always been a stat-driven person, and I've kind of been trying different things out. And it's not exactly working for me. So I'm going to go back to my stats, but I thought it'd be great to have you on and explain to viewers how to navigate through slumps. How's it going?
Yes. Yeah, I've been through plenty of them. I've been doing this for a livelihood for 20 years now, but it doesn't come without slumps, and it's just a matter of how you handle them. So let's start with the first point, Ellie. It's a foregone conclusion with anybody who's done this for a long time. You don't chase during slumps. In other words, you don't force bets, start making bigger volume of bets because you're down and trying to make up. Secondly, and probably most importantly, is you don't want to press, meaning you don't want to start upping your bets during the middle of a losing streak. It's the worst thing you could do. You have to be patient. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet. Sometimes you have to take a loss and move on to the next day. And, you know, this is even more concerning to me when it comes to speaking to people who don't do it for a livelihood with the advent of live betting now. And it's an easy thing to do. Like if you have a team +4 and they're down 15 at the half, and they give you and you can go into live betting and find a line and try to chase that bet. When you're up money and things are going well, those are strategic bets that can be made. I'm not saying they shouldn't be utilized, but you have to use your head. So just a couple of quick points on the number one thing I would advise, Ellie, is never chase. Don't up the volume of bets and force bets, and certainly don't start upping the amount that you play per game to try to catch up from losses.
Okay. Don't up your limit or the amount of bets. The amount I want everyone to
Right.
pay attention of bets. Okay, got that one. All right. So I always the odds makers know that the public only remembers the last thing that they saw.
Yes.
And that kind of goes in, and that's for when you're making bets. You know, Nevada blew out San Jose State last night. I kind of look to fade Nevada the next round because everyone's going to remember that. But your
Yeah.
point is to have a short memory when you're on a slump.
Right. Right. So that's talking about specific games. Whether I
Right.
mean the point you just made, with all due respect,
Yeah, yeah,
is yeah, that's you want to do that if you're winning or losing. You
yeah.
you you need to have a short memory in that regard because the sports books and odds makers prey on public perception, and that's exactly what you're alluding to. Now, when I say have a short memory in terms of when you're in the middle of a losing streak, is don't dwell on losing days. Don't dwell on a bad beat because it's only going to result in erratic decision making, Ellie. Like anything you do in life, emotions come into play. And the quicker you can get rid of the bad vibe, the bad emotion, a tough loss, the better you're going to be in terms of focus. If you don't, your focus is going to be off. Your decision making is going to go awry, and it's just not healthy. So, and there's nothing wrong. Look, if you had 3 or 4 losing days in a row, there's nothing wrong with taking a deep breath, taking a step back, and taking a pass on occasion. Sometimes taking a pass is like a win,
Yep.
because especially if you're in the middle of a bad streak.
Yeah, I've said that before too. Sometimes the best bet that you can make is the bet that you don't make.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So talk to me about adjustments. I always say handicap your handicapping.
Right.
Look back on the game. What did I miss here? Oh, they were playing them next, or oh, they just got out of this, or handicap your handicapping. How do you make adjustments?
Well, the big key for me when I make adjustments is not to do something knee jerk. In other words, if, for example, something has been working for you for a long time, and all of a sudden that goes into a funk for a 2 or 3 week period of time, the
Mhm.
easy thing to do is make a knee jerk reaction and go against everything that made you successful to start. Now, when I make adjustments, I make subtle ones. Okay, I'll start looking at, for example, what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses over this period of time. Now, you're not going to find a lot of strengths when you're in the middle of a bad slump, right? But by the
Right.
same token, you try to find some positives. Okay, my NBA totals are 6-2 over my last 8. What am I doing right there? Is that an extended period of time? If I always done good with NBA totals, maybe I'll focus on NBA totals for the next couple of days until I could pick up the rest.
Right.
What am I doing terrible at? My college basketball sides have gone 1-9 against the spread in the last 10, but my college basketball totals are 12-6. The little things like that you want to take a look at, and then the adjustments to be made should be made, the slight adjustments, I'd say. Again, knee
Mhm.
jerk adjustments, I can't emphasize enough, where you make a 360-degree turn are not advised. Okay.
Right.
But you want to look inside and say, okay, what am I doing wrong here? What the games, am I getting blown out? Am I losing? Okay, I'm 1-9, but 5 of my losses have come by 2 points or less. Okay. So those are the types of things you want to look at and don't overreact, right? So, because sometimes, Ellie, as you well know, from doing this for a while now, when you're in a good streak, the ball bounces your way. I know that's an overused cliche, but by the same token, you get the breaks. You get that 3-pointer, meaningless 3-pointer on an underdog with 1 second to go to cover. Um,
Right.
in opposed to when you're on a bad streak
San
where those kind
Francisco
of
last.
plays go against you, right? And
Right.
it's like what could go wrong can go wrong. It's all part of it. You have to learn what losing. You have to learn that losing is part of the deal. Okay, it's not acceptable. You don't want to do it over the long term, or you should find some other hobby or some other profession. But by the same token, be realistic with yourself, and also, money management, especially during a losing streak, is vital. You don't want to exceed any more than 5% of your bankroll. And people ask me about bankrolls all the time. It's easy. It's an easy calculation, Ellie. A betting bankroll is not getting into your kids' college funds. It's not
Mm-mm.
getting into your mortgage money. It's a bankroll in betting should be, if indeed everything went completely wrong and you were to lose every dime of that bankroll, is it going to change your quality of life tomorrow? And if
Right.
the answer is no, you're doing the right thing. If it's yes, you
Right.
need to call a big timeout.
So I'm doing something right.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up. Sorry, let me just pop some of these in so we don't get too far
no
behind in the
problem.
chat. And then we had one more point. BB Nebraska under 145.5. Nib under 145.5. Okay, and then we had one more point, which is what I did today, which is seek professional help. If you've got a problem, seek professional help. And we're not necessarily talking
Doesn't
about
mean you're a lunatic, you
yeah,
know?
not this kind of professional help.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
When the fun stops is a different thing. We're talking
yeah,
about go to someone who knows what they're doing, like
yeah.
our experts at picksandparlays.net, like Ross Benjamin. Go ahead.
Yes. And again, it may sound like a plug for the site, but it's true. Okay.
Yeah.
And hear me out, folks. I think the biggest mistake that people make when they do indeed say, you know what, I love doing this, but I can't do it on my own. I'm not good enough. Let me find a guy to work with. These 800 numbers and guys making cold calls are not the answer, folks.
No.
It's all about their. I can guarantee you, if you do win, they're going to get most of those winnings, and you're going to end up losing in the long haul. They have no concept of money management. They want you to bet more and more and more, and hope they win. And if they win, get a big percentage of your money. So
Yeah.
Craig Trapp at picksandparlays.net, the owner, or I shouldn't say owner now, but the guy who made
The
this
head
site,
honcho.
yeah, the head honcho. He's done an excellent job, in my opinion. And of course, I'm on the site, so I may be a little biased, but I don't think I am when I look at the roster of handicappers on our site and say that he's done a great job of bringing a well diverse group in, of guys that are young to veterans and in between. And I can guarantee you, everyone on our site does things in a credible manner. And
Yeah.
so here's what I would say: you buy something from uh, Nick Earle, okay? Look at Nick's analysis on a game and why he likes it and how he arrived at it. Sometimes it's not always going to win, but by the same token, you're picking up handicapping tips
Yeah.
that you can absorb and use in future when you go back on your own. Okay, when you feel comfortable in doing so, and when you go back on your own, maybe make a couple bets on your own using what you've gathered in terms of knowledge from those analysis, and start slow with a couple bets on your own, but still dealing with a pro. And eventually you may get to the point where you feel like, you know what, uh, I'm only off a percentage or 2 point away from some of these guys. Maybe save the money and do it on my own. But again, I can't emphasize enough. You have to read those analysis, write down some stuff, write it in a notebook, pick up
Yeah.
some, pick up some tips that way.
Yeah, I mean that's it's all tools in your toolbox. I started, I did statistics for UNLV basketball and then I did statistics for baseball. And so I was always such a stat driven person. And then having this job, I listen to so many of you professionals talk every day and explain how you got there. And then that pops in my head, "Oh, let me look at some trends." And oh, look, that pops in my head, "Let me look at this." And so it's just different tools that you can use. Oh, line movement. Maybe I should pay attention to line movement. Maybe I should
Yes.
pay attention to where the money is at. Maybe now where the money's at doesn't always give you a winner. Line movement doesn't always give you a winner.
Yeah.
But
It's
if you're
not that
using
easy.
all of those tools, yeah, I mean, we'd all be millionaires if there was one
Right.
way to do it.
Exactly.
But when you're
Yes.
using all of those tools that you can pick up by listening to other people talk or reading analysis, it really takes you to another level. For me, like the worst thing I do is like overthink things, that I just totally overthink or I get lazy. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I'll get on a good streak and then I don't do as much work as
You
I've
think
been
you're
doing.
invincible.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I'll say
And then you're
this,
broke.
folks, and it's going to sound like I'm kissing Ellie's ass, but I'm really not. Okay. This young lady, I know we've had several discussions over the last couple of years, and she's always looking to pick up knowledge. And it's impressive to me when I say stuff to her. I'll hear her on other videos saying, "Well, Ross Benjamin told me," and this. She picks up. So I'm not saying I'm the know all, be all, but I've done this successfully for years. But she also does it with a lot of other guys on the site too.
Yeah. I
Where
listen.
she's not too proud. She knows what she's doing. She talks about this subject on a daily basis, and she bets on her own. But
Yeah.
she listens and she absorbs and she uses, just like she just said, you take a tool and put it in your toolbox. You
Yeah.
keep taking those tools and putting it in your toolbox. All of a sudden, you got a huge arsenal. So that's what I would advise.
Well, thank you so freaking much, man. Because
You're
I
freaking
sometimes
welcome.
Sometimes you just need someone to like shake you and say, hey, it's not that hard. Like not that it's not that hard, but like this is simple stuff. Stop betting. Don't bet more money. Don't take a whole. That's kind of what I did was I started taking a lot of bets. That's where I really like plummeted like 2/3 of my bankroll over the last maybe
Yeah.
2 weeks was just taking because I have access to so many free picks that sometimes you just kind of get pick happy and you're like, well, if I take 15, then 10 will win.
Yeah.
Sometimes one wins.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
when you do that, Ellie, and you're betting the same amount of money per game
Mhm.
than you were when you were betting two or three a day, one bad day could kill you. One
Yeah.
bad day could deplete your bankroll,
Well, I
and now
lower
you're
my limits. I do that because, like, if I'm taking 3 bets a day, I'll
yeah,
bet one amount. But if it's a day I know I'm going to be in playing and there's a lot of action, I'll bet much smaller amounts because I'm going to get more action throughout my day.
yeah, and
So I
and
do,
that's where
I'm
you get.
pretty good with my limits. Like, I'm a pretty low limit chick,
Well,
you
that's
know?
good. That's good. But by the same token, you really don't want to fluctuate in the size of your bets.
Right.
And when I say that, I'm not a big proponent of these guys. And please, I'm not cutting anybody down. I'm not trying. It's not the way I do things. And God bless them if this is the way they do things and they're successful doing it. You get a lot of handicappers you'll see putting up 15, 20 picks a day. Folks, you're going to pay the guy for your advice. What are you going to bet? $10 a game, and he's
Yeah.
charging you $3.49 for the month, for example. Yeah, be real selective on who you deal with because again, you don't want to be paying for a month of service for somebody who's giving you 10, 15 picks a day, and in the first 3 days he goes 9 and 27. Okay, and now you're out of money and then you have to stop betting. And then the next 27 days, he hits 60% of his picks, and you missed it because you got off to a bad start with a volume handicapper. So
Right.
be real careful in that regard. And again, I want to make it perfectly clear I'm not cutting anybody down personally who does that in terms of on a professional level, giving out a volume of plays. To me, it's just not for me. And it's just a warning to you. Yes, this guy is on that site for a reason. Yes, he does make volume plays, but be aware that if he has 2 or 3 bad days, you could be out of the box and
Yep.
out of money. So,
That's just it. Yeah, I don't like having so many choices. That's kind of what tends to get me in trouble. Is like, oh, I like that and I like that. I like it when Cam comes in and he's like, "This is my best bet of the day," and then I can drop 20
yeah.
on that bet or something and feel good about it, even though I have faded Cam twice. In the last 2 picks, dude's 11-1, and I'm like, I think today's the day he cracks. Like, Allie, get your shit right. Just freaking go with Cam here.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. How do you do it?
Yeah.
Um, my brain's just not on right now.
Well,
But
no, and again, that's because emotions are well. Here's the thing, Ellie, and I've said this to you before, and you're going to probably roll your eyes because I'm going to say it again. It's almost like being a doctor. Okay, when you bet on sports every day, if a doctor goes into one hospital room and he's had a patient for 20 years and that patient passes away, he's got to leave that behind him quick because when
yeah,
he
that's
goes
a
to
good
the next
call.
patient, his emotions are going to be so disheveled that he's going to make erratic decisions and second guess himself and not be confident. So it's the hardest thing to do when you do this for a living, and it's the hardest thing to do when you do it recreationally. You want to have fun, but you want to win too. Is
Yeah,
you got to learn to leave those bad beats and losing days behind you. And we hear so much about bad beats, and you don't like people talk about bad beats a lot because it sticks in their mind, but they don't remember like the one I alluded to prior as an example. When you hit a 3-point shot with 1 second to go and you're plus 2.5 and it helps you cover.
right.
Um, those are the shots that we forget. And those are the games that we forget quite easily. We always have those bad beats stick in our memory. Those kind of
Mhm.
games, in my opinion, over my experience in the years, Ellie, will all even out. meaning the bad beats against the ones that we got lucky on, that we're
Right.
usually on a terrific roll when those happen.
Mhm.
It's winning more the ones that are decided by a decisive margin, compared to losing more by a decisive margin, is where you
Right.
come ahead.
Breaky Vegas says those guys remind me of stockbrokers on the movie Wall Street. I tear them
We
apart.
are. We are. Think about it, Ellie. You know what I mean? When you're seeking professional advice from a guy who does it every day, it's the same thing of dealing with a stockbroker. That's why when people, so we got some great NHL handicappers on the site. I don't do the NHL to the playoffs, and I still laugh at people when they say, "Well, I don't watch the NHL." Well, it's the same thing. You're taking advice from a handicapper is like taking advice from a stockbroker. Do you sit up and all night long and watch the stock and see if it moves 10 cents or 20 cents? No. You
No.
wake up in the morning, you look at where you're at that particular moment in time. So, all good points, Ellie.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to see if Dominique is in, and like you had FAU +2 was your buzzer beater. Sorry. Real
That's
quick
okay.
before I keep going with the chats. But thank you so much for stopping by, Ross. That was
Oh, no
great
problem.
information. The commenters all really loved it also. I thought FAU lost by 3. You had them +2. Dominique. That's why I wiped you off. But guys, if you want to check out Ross Benjamin's premium plays, we've got them. They're over at picksandparlays.net, where you can seek professional help. And when you're over there, use the promo code BOWL, BOWL. Where is that little sucker? It's going to save you. There it is. 20% off the best bets at picksandparlays.net. Ross, what do you have lined up over there? Are you
Hey,
college
Saturday.
basketball heavy?
Yes, Saturday college basketball card, Ellie. Talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
a lot of choices. Uh, Over 140 games usually on a Saturday in February, and tomorrow will be no different. And last Saturday, I went 5-1 in college basketball, including my 10-star top play on Ohio State. My only loss was by a half a point. See what I mean? It
That ain't bad.
happens. I had Navy -3.5. They won by 3. Anyway, having said that, on a nice run with all picks, 33-21 with my last 54 picks in all sports, 61%. College basketball on 11-5 run, NBA 12-5 with my last 17. So things are moving along quite nicely, Ellie. After a terrible start to January, talking about losing streaks.
It happens to all of us, and that's why I wanted to bring
Exactly.
you on to let everyone know that it happens, to reassure myself that it happens. Um, but yeah, people at home, if you're in a slump like I am and you need to buy some premium plays, you can find Ross Benjamin, picksandparlays.net. Don't forget about that promo code BOWL. It'll save you 20% off of all of his jazz. And thank you so much, Ross. We will definitely see you back on the show soon.
Thank you for having me, Ellie, and you have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Good luck.
Okay.
All right. I feel better. Does everyone else feel better? I totally feel better now. Okay. So I've got a lot of you going on here. I'll just keep on rolling. Cameron Ross is coming, and Tim Earle's going to pop in at the end also. So yeah, Dominique, you had FAU +2. I just checked it out in my thing, the Owls, I believe. And it did not cash. So Foxy, but Dominique, you are still in the last Woody standing. That I have you in. With would you have got? Dominique is the newest parlay, everybody. That's another thing. We've got another parlay. Where are you, Dom? Don't I? You had the Maple Leafs. Okay, so you're still in that. Foxy and the BB. And the ones who have underlined, the orange underline, you're in both of them. So I just wanted to point those out so everyone, here you are, right here, Foxy. Oakland first half. Foxy, you're a little bit better at college basketball than you thought you were, aren't you, Foxy? I'm thinking of doing something similar to coulda, woulda, shoulda here in Baton Rouge. Ross and Allie, what are a few topics? You see, you know what? Go to my Plus Money Honey Facebook page. I'm gonna just pop these out onto the Morning Wood Facebook page because I just tapped back into it. But I did like what's a money line, what's a point spread, public versus sharps. Because that's really some bottom, like what is that mine? It's stuff I explained to you guys on the show, but that's kind of how I started doing my videos. Because again, I wanted to teach not who to bet, but how to bet on sports. So if you go to my Plus Money Honey Facebook page, you'll see all of those videos that I did. I mean, it's not a ton. There's maybe like 10 of them or so. Because then I got picked up by Picks and Parlays and started making real videos. Ross the GOAT. Yes, he is. What's up, Raymond Wells? So I hope that helped everybody out a little bit. I did go 2-1 yesterday. I took UCLA -5 first half and cashed. I keep wanting to say San Jacinto. It's like hockey and soccer. San Jose State was a loser, but Princeton for J-Rock AZ, I think that's who gave me that play. Thank you. I wish I would have put my house on that. Just kidding, Ross Benjamin. You don't bet your house on things, people. Raymond, where are you? I know you're here. I wrote your name today. Here you are right here. NKU +1. Okay. I feel like our minds go to chase mode quickly, that instant gratification and need to make money. One bad day is very, very true. Yeah. For me, in-play betting is getting me a lot too. You're learning parlays are not the... Stop the show. Stop the show. What was that? What was that? Parlays are not the way to go? Oh my God. I could cry. You listen. You guys listen. I've been preaching this since the beginning that parlays are not the way to go. Not for long term. You know, it's a lottery ticket. Do your work, find 5 games that you bet or however many, bet each one individually and then stick them all together on a lottery ticket. You did all that work to find 5 picks you like and you're just going to let them ride when you could go, you know, like we always say, it's a Sean Higgs quote. If you want to go 4-1, make a 5-team parlay. So I'm happy to hear that, Silky, because you're a really sharp bettor. But we're not going to be right. You think you're that good that you can get 6 right every day? And I'm not yelling at you, Silky. I'm telling everyone, you know, just think about it. You think you're that good that every day you're going to hit 6 or 10 exactly? It's, if you do the work, straight bet and then parlay for a lottery ticket. What's up, Macy Moo? Maryland first half money line. FH. Okay. Hold it. Yes, you did, J-Rock. Thank you. Should have used that in the last Woody too. But your pick is Yale -4. Okay. Therefore, odds J-Rock. Yale -4. Okay. Amnesia. Yeah. You got to forget. I'm pretty good at that. Like, I don't sweat on games really hard. I don't really stress if I'm losing. Like, once you do it long enough, I'm sure a lot of you know, like, you just become a good loser. It's like, okay, got it wrong. It's when you start losing a bunch in a row that's like, what's wrong with me? You know, but like, I can take a loss, even if I was so freaking wrong about it, because I'm using that money that I lost as an investment into my handicapping education, right? Okay, I lost that $10, but I learned that I should have looked ahead and realized that they were playing this team next week, and or their main dude is on the bench because he's tore his ACL, or what did I miss in that game? All right, well, that was a $10 investment, so I don't miss that next time. So it's kind of the way you wrap your brain around it too. Juventus first half money line and Leverkusen over 2.5. So that's, those are just your picks. Okay. Juventus first half money line and Leverkusen. That might be my favorite thing to say. I don't even know if I say it correctly. Over 2.5. Thank you, Pedro Pimentel. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. 2.5. Well, still they had 3 was your loss. But look, I have it right here. Keep receipts, Dominique. I keep receipts, girl. I have it +2. But even 2.5, it lost by 3 to North Texas. So it is what it is. I'm sorry, me love. I'm sorry. Ask Rocks about what a person should do when judging which capper he wants to buy picks from and which should he trust. Well, that's the beauty of the picks and parlays leaderboards, right? First of all, I would say it depends on your sport. Like if you're into hockey, Nick Earle's a great guy to go to. If you're into basketball, Cam Ross Benjamin are great guys to go to. Craig Trapp is a great basketball. Sean Higgs is a really great basketball guy. If you're into baseball, that's a Sean Higgs spot right there. And the Twins, they love them some baseball. So that's what I would do first is what sport are you looking to bet on? And then number 2, go to picksandparlays.net and check the leaderboards and see who's hot right now. And then also, what are you looking for in a pass? So here, let me share this with you guys. Here's my little 20s right here. Share screen. Oh, my eyes froze. All right. That's attractive. It's super good looking. Yeah. Okay. So, here we go. We'll go yesterday, the Earls, see how they've got the record right there, right? They were 11-5. So with the Earls, if you bought their packs yesterday, you got a lot of picks, right? You got 16 picks out of them. Whereas with Will Rogers, the next guy down, is 4-0. So you're going to get only 4 picks, but all 4 of them cashed, kind of a thing, right? So you kind of want to handicap your handicappers. Look, Chip Chirimba's 5-2 yesterday. Dan Kaiser 3-0. Ben Burns 6-3. So then you say, okay, Earle Sports Bets, what are you guys up to today? What do you got going on? So you could buy one single best bet from them, and they'll tell you this is our record this season right here, right? 775 that much to 644. They're up 68 units in the college basketball season. This is one pick, and the game starts 4 hours from now. Guarantees mean that if the pick loses, that money gets deposited back into your account. Okay. So that was 25. And then there's a 7-game NBA package. I mean, that's only $30 for $5 more. You get 6 more picks. But are you the kind of person that wants to take all 6 picks, or do you just want one best bet? See, then there's 3 days, 7 days, a whole month, and a whole year. So it really kind of depends on what you're looking for. And yeah, I know. I feel like my whole show has turned into an infomercial, but this is important, like what I can call Cam and say, Cam, what do you like today? I need to make some money. I can call the Twins and say, do you guys have any action on this? You guys can't necessarily do that. I mean, you could. I'll post all their phone numbers on the Morning Wood page. Don't worry about it. I'll do that immediately. All their home numbers. So you can call them and ask whenever you have a question. Yeah, Adam Kotzen, you're still in both, honey. Boom and boom. You switched to 2.5 in the chat. Caesar's had him 2.5 instead of 2. That's why I changed it. Well, it still didn't matter because they lost by 3, right? Didn't I look? 51 to 54 is 52, 53, 54. Okay. Sometimes I have to do that. You look at numbers a lot. They get confusing. The best ones in your opinion are those that are willing to give free picks. Oh, hi, Cam. I just saw you in there. Give me 1 sec, Cam. I'm not on anything today because I've been waiting for this guy to come in, Mr. 11-1, to give me my buzzer beater pick. Cameron Ross in the house. What's happening, Cam?
Don't get my phone number out.
Oh, I totally am. It's already happening.
Please.
I'm just kidding you. How are you doing? You're 11-1, hon. What's up?
What's going on? Yeah, things are going pretty okay right now. So yeah. Everything's pretty good though. How are you?
I'm good. I'm rocking and rolling. I don't know if you saw, we had Ross Benjamin in here giving us some tips on how to navigate our slumps. So that was good. And
yeah, I was watching.
You were watching?
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Well, I'm not all of it, but I saw. I was around.
What do you do when you're in a slump?
Step away, back up.
Yeah, just back up.
First and foremost, don't chase. Do not chase. Don't chase. Don't change how if you bet, if you bet $1 every game, if you bet $1,000 every game, don't start doubling your bet to try to catch up and stuff because that hole you're in will get deep and dark very quickly.
Yeah. And then that's, I was a poker player, so I really understand the idea of tilt being on tilt is when you just can't freaking stop shoving chips into that pot. You know, you've got a 2-6 off suit and you're like, all it like, dude, you know, so that's yeah, that's a real thing. That's chasing, that's being on tilt. It's a psychological thing, you know, it's winning and losing. Real quick, Donta Luster, I did get your pick, but you had Houston money line, which remember the picks have to be under -150. But when you guys do that on the show, I just put you on the points, which I did, and you cashed -13.5. So yes, you are on the board. Sorry. Okay. So who do you like today, Cameron?
There's actually 2 games I really like today, but I'm not gonna say one because don't know if somebody's gonna play, and I don't want to. If he does play, it's going to be favorable. If he doesn't, it's going to be very unfavorable.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, I'm not going to bother that game. But as I've said before, Fridays are tough. You know, Fridays, they don't have a whole – it's just kind of like the middle of the road type stuff. Because going into Saturday is so loaded. But for me, my play today is at 7 o'clock. It's 2 not too great teams. It's St. Peter's and Fairfield.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to look real fast. No, these 2 haven't played yet this year. There goes. This is the first of the 2. But this is St. Peter's is playing pretty poorly. Both teams have lost 3 of their last 5 games played. But Fairfield's at home. Fairfield has the slightly better offense, and I think Fairfield is going to get this win because they need it. You know, they're going through it. I think it's a -1. Yes, it is a -1. So I personally am going to take them on the line just to win and just avoid any chaos with a 1-point win. I'm going to take them on the money line.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, Fairfield was like really good against the spread. I remember like at the beginning of the season, they were 8-1 against the spread or something. And I was hanging out with them a bit. I was jamming them out quite a bit. And then I fell off of them for whatever reason. How do you feel about the under? We have Joe Comunale, I believe it is huge on St. Peter's going under. How do you feel about the total on this? Any thoughts?
Not really. You know, both teams score in the mid to upper 60s, and they give up right in the mid 60s. Both teams are kind of wishy-washy in that sense. You know, St. Peter's, it was a 66-50 win over Marist, then a 58-49 loss to Ryder, and then a 70-61 loss to Iona. So it seems like, and going on the other side, it seems like both teams really stick to their offensive totals, but it's just depending on who they're playing defensively, whether or not they get over. But no, in a pick 'em like this, to me, I stay away from the totals and I just worry about the winner, because a game like this could be 102 to 101, or it could be 4-3. You know, I think both teams are just going to try to win.
Every time I bet against Steve Alford, I lose. I know his ATS can't be good, therefore I will continue to fade. Dude, I hate him. Like he pissed me right off last night. Josh in-played and got SJSU like plus 33 points. So he did all right. And I said, that's where I went wrong. I just took him plus the 8, but it's a full-time job. I quit after the game started. Josh kept working. He stayed at work. He got the number and he cashed it. But it's that point in the season. They do seem like they're gelling a little bit better, but don't get too hyped because that was a 7-16 team they were playing. Like they've got UNLV next.
When? Tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it is tomorrow or Sunday. One off could be my YouTube name. One off could be your YouTube name if you bet all parlays. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was not thrilled about the Steve Alford situation, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. That's just it with him. It's like my Corey Kluber play, Panthers first period money line.
What was the final score to that game?
They won by, I want to say it was like 30 on the dot, kind of a thing. Hold on, it's right here. 90-60, 30 on the dot.
90-60.
Mm-hmm.
points.
Those a-holes.
My goodness.
So at the beginning of the season, from January 21st, against the spread, it was yes. Wait, here we go. Yes, no, 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 yes, no, yes, no, yes. So there's 6 and 4 since then. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those 6 times that you faded him, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those 6 times that you faded him, you're still making money.
Yeah.
That's
You're one of the only people I know that specifically fade a coach.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Yeah.
Coach.
There's Willie
there's
Taggart. Like in football, it's Willie Taggart for me. Screw that guy. Willie Taggart screwed up my Oregon program. Before Kelvin Sampson came to Houston, I faded him all the time. But now I can't. I just don't bet on him.
I have well, hell, I'll tell you. I have a coach that I fade, and it's Fred Hoiberg.
Oh, Fred Hoiberg.
He was at Iowa State. He coached the Bulls for a little while too.
Okay, I know that name, but I can't place
He's
him.
terrible. And that was the other play that I was going to say, and I'll put it up there. I'll tell you, if Eric Ayala plays for Maryland tonight, take Maryland. If he doesn't, stay away.
Okay.
Yeah. So just for anybody listening, you don't have to put it on the board. You can put it in parentheses, whatever. If Eric Ayala plays, take Maryland.
Hold on. Wilson Alejo, hold on. Wilson, don't go anywhere. I don't know where you are. Did you fall out, Wilson? I don't have you. That's just what he likes. Okay, it didn't say LWS. Okay, so Maryland, what's his name? What's the guy's name?
Who? If he plays?
Yeah.
Eric Ayala. Ayala. He's their leading scorer, but he's had a wrist issue. But see, they played Purdue over the weekend without him and lost to Purdue by 2 points without their leading scorer.
Okay, so if Eric Ayala plays, take Maryland.
Yeah, and see, I think Maryland can still beat them, but I'm not going to do anything with it without their leading scorer because both teams are terrible. Both teams have been terrible, and Maryland, needs their top scorer. You always want your top scorer.
Didn't I do a free pick with you last night on Maryland, Nebraska? No, we did St. John and Butler. That's what it was.
We did the first game of the day.
Right, that's what it was. What do you think about on live casino blackjack? I don't do that. I don't even I live in Las Vegas. I do not stick money into machines ever. That is gambling. From being a poker player to being a sports bettor. I'm not going to say that I never gamble. I'll take a shot at something, but it's a well thought out, informed shot at something most times, unless Drunk Alley's involved. But just shoving my money into machines is not my deal. And I don't trust those. I don't trust that. When I first started, the guy that I was with, this is the beginning of online poker. There would be 5 or 6 of them, and they would sit in a room with their laptops, and they'd all be in the same poker room, so they could all see each other's cards in the same physical house room they were in, and they would just plow over the other 3 or 4 people at that table. So I don't trust online stuff that way, and I don't trust computer machines to not steal my money. But that's a personal thing for me. Hi, Donna Cusick. How are you?
I don't do that much what you're talking about. But if I'm online playing, I always use a live dealer.
Oh.
Like somebody to spin the ball playing roulette, or somebody actually flipping the cards playing baccarat or whatever. I always use a live dealer because
you can do that online. There's live dealers online.
Yeah, what you do is you go on and you can just watch them and you bet on their action and stuff like that. But no, what you're talking about, people can sit in a room and see team up on you, and
they want to know if you like Cornell today.
Hang on, I'll look. But with the systems, they can manipulate what cards you get or where the ball lands and stuff like that. So I don't do a whole lot of casino gambling, but if I do, I don't use a live dealer.
Yeah.
Cornell should beat Dartmouth.
Oh, I love Dartmouth, but
Yeah, but Dartmouth is bad.
yeah, they're very bad. Very, very bad.
Cornell and Dartmouth has, if I remember right, Dartmouth has, I think, a little bit better of a defense, but Cornell is a double-digit better offense, 13, 14, 15. Cornell has a much better offense. I think their offense will lead the way for you today.
Erica Taylor needs an overplay in any sport. It's so funny how you look for picks, Erica.
It's anything. It's got to be an over.
Sport, but it has to be an over. What if I have 7 unders? You want nothing to do with them? Just the overs.
Over.
There you go. AJ's likes the Cleveland State game over, and Bill McDonald likes the Cornell game over. So there's 2 of them. Yeah, he's talking about Ayala from Maryland. Bill says he thinks he's playing.
I think he's going to play too, but they haven't announced. So if he plays, then yeah, I would take him because he's it's his wrist. He's their leading scorer. Both teams have struggled this year, but both teams, more importantly, Maryland isn't as bad as their record entails, but that conference is just a smoke show this year. So they're just going through it, and both teams are playing another bad team, and this is one of those must-haves. And I really think if Ayala plays tonight, he'll have 20 plus on Hoiberg and the Cornhuskers.
I'm super disappointed in that Maryland team this year. Like, I remember at the beginning of the season, I was saying Maryland should be pretty stacked. They should be a solid team this year, and they're not.
I'm not a fan of their coach either.
Done with that. I don't remember who their coach is.
His name is Turgeon.
I don't know him.
Mark, yeah,
Wait. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Mark Turgeon and Danny Manning. There it is. Well, once you said that name, I could see it in my head. But
Turgeon, okay, see, that shows you how much I don't like him. I don't even know his name.
There it is.
Yeah, but no, he just makes bad decisions. And there's another guy that I really, really hate that he's a bad coach. Well, there's 2. Patrick Ewing at Georgetown is not a good coach.
Agreed.
And
100% agreed. Love Patrick Ewing, but not.
I love Patrick Ewing. I love Patrick Ewing, but he is a terrible coach. And Penny Hardaway at Memphis is not a good coach either.
I know Mark Turgeon because he did Jacksonville State, he did Wichita State, he did Texas A&M. That's where I know him from. But it said December 3rd, 2021, Mark Turgeon stepped down as Maryland's basketball coach.
I think he did. It hit Danny Manning's their interim coach.
Yeah, that I remember.
But this is
down by the job and the fan base.
Because he's bad. He's had so much talent. And so he's had so much talent. He's had deep rosters, but he just.
Hi, Dan. Dan's from England. Who did win the Super? The Rams won, but the Bengals covered. Just how I wanted it to do. Just how I wanted it to be. Thoughts on Butler St. John? What was your free pick video?
I took Butler with the points, but now it's actually going the other way.
Okay.
So that one's tricky. Butler, they've upset me more than once this year.
Yeah.
And they should be able to cover, but they may lay down.
132.5. I'm not into this Butler team at all. Not at all. Like button smashed. Have to run, get a new one. Dang it. God, I need to put those things on back order. Under in the Nebraska game, posted on Facebook. Okay, cool. Marlo. All right. Well, thank you so much, Cam, for stopping in. Holy crap, I'm almost at an hour in this show. Nebraska, hold on, Marlo. Nebraska under 145.5. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping in, Cam. I'm using your pick as my buzzer beater, so hopefully this all works out. I got to change your thing.
Yeah.
Because you're
Real quick,
11.
I can see Ninth Wonder asked, "How do I know what's safe though?"
Mm-hmm.
With as far as the real dealers, you don't. I've seen the videos where the dealer has slid a card up and pulled another one out. They're gonna teach you, bro. Like if
there's tricky stuff out there. Yeah,
they're gonna cheat you. Like if you want to play in a casino, go to a casino. I don't do any of that stuff online.
Oh, me neither. Sean Austin says, I tell everyone never play blackjack if it doesn't have a shoe. I won't play with the automatic shuffler. There are so many ways that they can cheat you. And there's a lot of ways we can cheat them. The Guru was not the best blackjack game in Vegas is at the El Cortez. It's a solid blackjack game. And the Guru was not allowed to play there because he counted cards and they knew it. And I mean, as soon as we would walk in the doors, because we drank a lot at El Cortez for big games and stuff, in the Gangsters Lounge, it's like the pit boss would be on him. Like it's like they had his picture up, and that we dated 3.5 years, and he could never get in on a blackjack game. So they're cheating us, but they know that we can be cheating them too. So you just want to get everything down to its most like basic brass tacks. Like me and you and a deck of cards and a couple other guys.
That's why I just bet on sports.
Okay, BB for Alibaba's Kent money line. And then Lil team total over 1.5. Alibaba, you're crushing shiz, honey. Don't think I don't see you, because I do see you.
Picking
TT.
up what you're putting down.
Huh?
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, Alibaba's new. I haven't seen him. I think this is the first time, really, because I would remember writing Alibaba on my board because I would sing the Beastie Boys, and also it's my name. So, but yeah, so crushing it, Alibaba. Keep up the good work. You're going to go Harvard over 145. Okay, Cam, thank you so much for popping in. I'm going to get Timothy Earle in here to talk some. Oh, wait, you picked already, didn't you, J-Rock? I've got you on Yale -4. Oh, that's the over that you're giving to Erica Taylor. Harvard over. Okay. Sorry, let me focus on you. So yeah, Cam Ross, find him on Twitter at I_am_Cam20. He's 11-1 on the Morning Wood show, and he's taken Fairfield today. That's his official pick. When you're over at picksandparlays.net, use the promo code BOWL. It saves you 20% off. You could grab Cam's pack, you could grab Ross Benjamin's pack, grab the Earle Sports Bets pack, all three, and then save 20% off, and you've got a ton of freaking picks, and then you can compare them. Craig Trapp's supposed to give us a consensus report.
Dang
Shoot.
it.
I forgot to ask him. Shoot. Hold on. I forgot to ask you to give us the consensus report, ! Can I still get one, ? Okay, maybe he'll send me a link. All right, Cam, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, go check out Cam and his packages over at picksandparlays.net, and I'll see you on Sunday. You want to pop in real quick early Sunday?
Sure.
Okay, cool. It's early. I'm sorry. Last time I didn't tell you that it's a way shorter show on the
weekend.
weekend.
I didn't. I thought it was just the regular time, and I jumped in. I was like, okay, bet. I had to play, and I was like, wow. Usually by now she said something, and I went, and it was like, yeah, you lose. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. But all right, see you later.
Good luck. See you later. Thank you. Yep. Bye. Okay, so Dallas Stars have been popular. We've got Aaron Von Lingen is super hot right now. He's got the Stars. Francisco has the Stars going over 5.5. Dominique Thomas has the Stars. I thought, no, Nick Earle was Panthers. Okay, so Stars do seem to be a popular pick today. I think he was on Butler plus points, I think is what he said. But, and then it went the wrong way. He just didn't love it, I believe, was what the deal was. But yesterday in the chat, he was on, or in the free pick video, there's a free pick video out there. Watch his free pick. Just Google that. Butler St. John picks and parlays. With Cam on my side, you like your Cornell pick even more. Oh, that's what I was going to do, was just some extra picks. Cornell, Fairfield. We like Cornell over, right? Harvard over. There was one other one over that we liked. You love Cornell today too, and money line, right? Because they're a little guy, aren't they? Mike Tran. I don't bet on this. I just always take the All-Star game over. That's just how I do it. Is take the All-Star game over. So there's that. And I did get your email. We don't send out money until Monday or Tuesday. That's why I was trying to get you to do it faster so I could get it all out in the last round. But Monday or Tuesday, we'll send it out. Catch them at a pick. Some took them last night at +1. Ooh, okay. I love that reverse line movement. Hi, Lex and Steele. Any popular bets for NHL? It'd be the Stars. And then Nick Earle likes Panthers first period. Was there an over or under in that? And then the Wilds up here as well. So I'll pull you guys in. What I'm saying, live dealing. I was up yesterday watching videos, scams. How do you know what to say? Oh, because okay, we talked about that. Princeton on the money line for Yo Hoff. What's up, Yo? Where are you? Right here, Princeton. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about almost adulting. Also, James Lill, Cornell. James, are you in? I don't have you in. I don't have you in, James, but I'll look it up. James, what did you have yesterday? Cornell. What did you have yesterday, James? Bo Hodges is key for Butler. Have to wait on his status before getting involved in that game. I think a lot of people are going to be involved in that game today, which is kind of why I want to stay off it. That one and the Maryland game are going to have like fairly sharp lines, I would think, because there's not a lot else going on. And they're the teams that everybody else would recognize. How do you feel about Princeton? We apparently really like them. Where was that? We like Princeton going over the 143. This is the Erica Taylor section right here. Princeton over. We've got Nebraska under, Richmond over is one. Boo, boo, boo. And then we had a Princeton money line from Joe Hoff. So that's happening. You like the Stars too, Adam? All right. Stars are looking good. The Stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. So Stars over. Wild. Panthers first period is where we're at on El Hockey. Kent over was another one. Bill McDonald had a pick. Purdue, Fort Wayne, money line. Oh, and Oakland. Okay. I don't hate that, I guess. I wanted to parlay Vanderbilt and Mississippi State college baseball, and they wouldn't. I don't have it on my book. I'm so ticked I don't have college baseball. Well, Allie's my name, right? Come on now. Allie Baba and the 40 Thieves. There's an article yesterday that Maryland's actively looking for a new coach on 24/7 Sports. Yeah. I didn't hate him I want to say when he was at Texas A&M, I didn't hate him. He doesn't bug me as much, I guess. But now he does. Now that I know that he quit his job after signing a 3-year contract because he can't take the fan base. Like, man up, Buttercup. This is basketball, not freaking fly fishing. I don't know why fly fishing came out. Not crocheting. This is basketball, not crocheting. Thanks. I'm cashing. I hope so. Stars, what's his early morning consensus? Dallas. Yeah. Dallas Stars. Butler +7.5 for Mike Tran. Mike Tran, I have you fallen out of this one. I did have like a little blip in my stuff though, so I could have you guys a little bit wrong. Craig's not responding about our consensus report. Oh, wait, that could have been him. No, it's not. No, it's not. Gallery, camera. Okay, who am I looking for? James Lill and Mike Tran. James Blake, I never got yesterday. Yeah, James Lill, I didn't have you in that. Mike Tran, I don't have you. Stimmy. Oh, stimmy. Dun, 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 dun. Mike Tran had Earle +1. Earle lost, right? I believe so. And then James Lill. I just don't have you. I never got your pick yesterday. Unless it's somewhere I'm not looking, which could be true. But Mike Tran does like Butler. So, all right. It's not Mal. Who do I think will win the championship? I don't know. I was having this talk with Joshua last night about who's going to win the MVP. I'm not sure. I'm not the biggest NBA person, but I've been watching a lot of it, and I'm getting really back into the NBA. It's kind of like I've been watching college hoops for so long and ignoring the pros. And now I'm like, that's a whole different level of basketball. You know, when you're watching the Bucks and the 76ers going head to head, holy shnipe balls. That was some good basketball last night. Always over in the All-Star game. It's like the national anthem. You just take it over. You don't ask questions. You just go over. You think the Stars was consensus pick? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I'll put picks on Facebook. Love the cappers popping in, by the way. No, all right, excellent. Okay, you must have lost. Timothy's here. Okay, give me 1 second, Tim. It's 200 or 250. It's 250 because you won the 200 on the Woodie and then you won 50 in the buzzer beater. So it'll be 250. 2 stimmy plays for tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna bring you. You're gonna be hidden if I bring you in. There you are. Hi, sugar. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm rocking and rolling. It's a busy day. Fridays are a busy day on the Morning Wood Show with my special guests.
There you go.
So you're not super into the NBA All-Star game. It's not really. It's all for show, right?
I will say it's fun to watch at some point because it's essentially just a exhibition game with a bunch of 3-pointers and slam dunks and the players not caring and just having a good time. But no, I don't bet it. I don't put my money in it. I think 2 years ago when me and Nick were doing DFS, we built lineups for it, but it's not really anything where it's not really that interesting. It's like the Pro Bowl. It doesn't matter. No All-Star games like matter for anything. So if they don't really take it seriously, I'm not going to take it seriously either. So I'll watch it maybe, but at the end of the day, it's not a big deal.
That's fair. That's fair. So, but you are into your CSGO right now. The esports, it's Counter-Strike, right?
Yep. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's a
Global
CSGO.
Offensive. There it is. Okay, so let's talk about that then, because you're finding some value over there. I know you've been hitting them, although you did fall out on that one yesterday. It happens. What are you going to do?
I overestimated OG. I did.
You were riding them, though, because you were on them the day before.
Yes, because since they picked up their new quarterback, the new in-game leader, they've been undefeated. So I was riding their hot streak until that one died, and it died quickly. But no, it's been a little bit of a wonky tournament so far, especially since we've gone to the today was the first day. Yesterday was the first day of like the group stage, which is like the right before playoffs. So it's been a little bit of a wonky one. There's been a couple of big upsets this morning. Fnatic won is a +300. So it's been like a little bit of a weird, funky tournament. There's teams in there that I didn't really expect to do all that well that are really playing well, and teams that I'm expecting to do really well that are kind of struggling. So definitely an interesting tournament.
I have 3.5, Richie P. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
So for Stars team total, I have 3.5. Surprised no one's taken Wild at plus money today. It's tempting. I think that's what they want it to be.
I think Terry's even a little scared to grab the Wild today, and that's Terry.
That feels trappy. Yeah, that's just it. Rumor is St. Bonnie's coach or Seton Hall's coach are being pursued by Maryland. Okay. I could see that happening. ATP. Ooh, now we got tennis. Okay, so give me some of your CSGO plays, and I'll pop them into here.
Okay, well, the games for today are kind of well, the last 2 games are kind of in the middle of them, and they're going to be ending soon. But there's a 6-game slate tomorrow. 4 of the games are locked in, and we know who they're going to be playing. There's 2 of them that starts at 6 a.m. two of them that starts at 10 a.m. and then two of them that will start at 1:30 p.m. All Eastern Standard Time. They start that early because this is actually a live tournament. These guys not quite playing in fans just yet. When it comes to playoffs, they'll be in a full sold-out arena, but they are playing in Katowice, Poland right now. So, and the teams are right next to each other when they're playing. So it's actually kind of cool to see. But that's why the times are a little bit funky. One of the big games I'll look at, and I know I talk about one of these teams a lot. Furia and Navi play tomorrow. This is one of the 10.
Love Furia.
Yes, and you're gonna love to hear this one. But no, this is one of the games that I was really looking at. Obviously, Furia is one of my favorite teams to back. They're one of the more fun teams to watch. The Brazilians are really, really fun. We've seen kind of two different, because these guys have each played one game in Katowice so far. Furia played yesterday, and they went in 2-0 to Astralis. They swept Astralis. They looked really, really good. Their new guy, Safe, was playing really well, and they're kind of gelling. I haven't really seen them play this well since back when they had their original lineup with Henny about a year and a half ago. And that's when they were able to reach top 5 in the world, and they were playing really well. They played really well yesterday. Granted, Australis is struggling kind of right now, but they're still a top tier team. And Navi, number 1 team in the world, almost lost today to Ents, which is very concerning as almost minus 400 favorites. Because I took them to sweep. They won the first map quite dominantly, and then they lost the second map 16-4, which is not good to see when you're the best team in the world, and it was on their own map pick. So it was like at their own home field, and they kind of just got embarrassed. They end up winning it at the end, but Navi looked very, very sketchy going into that one. One of my main plays tomorrow is going to be Furia, taking them plus a map and a half, just because I know that I can get that one at under minus 150. I'm actually pulling up the odds right now for it. I can guarantee Navi is going to be somewhere in between where is it? Navi is a minus 333 tomorrow. I'll be grabbing Furia plus a map and a half. I can get that at minus 122, saying that they don't get swept. I'll even sprinkle a little bit on the plus 261 money line for them. This Navi team, they'll end up doing well. They'll end up probably making the grand finals and all that for this tournament. But this is a Navi team that really starts off tournament slow and then kind of works their way into it. So I could see them getting tripped up a little bit against Furia because their play style is very, very unique. So I like Furia to at least grab one map tomorrow, and then and maybe even pull off the complete upset as one of my big plays.
All right. Well, I love that. I love a good solid sprinkle of the giant money line. That's what's up. What about 10 a.m.? What do you got going on then?
Oh, that was one of the 10 a.m. games. One of the 6:30 games we'll look at. I'll look at G2 and Liquid. I have my G2 jersey on right now. Kind of found that one, threw it on for this. But G2 is a minus 192 going into it. I wouldn't lay that big of a price. I'd rather just grab them to sweep, trying to take them on like a puck line or run line, but take them to the sweep at plus 153. Liquid is still working with their new team. They kind of kept two of their players and then kind of made a big roster change over the New Year's. So they're kind of dealing with 3 new players on the roster, still trying to get all of them adjusted. We saw them play well. Yeah, Liquid played well yesterday against FaZe. They took the first map, and then after that, they just got crushed. They didn't have everything down, and it was kind of a rough round for them. G2 is coming off their loss today. G2 was the one at minus 300 that got upset this morning against Mouse Sports, which has been a very surprising thing. Yes, Nuggets win the championship. But I like G2 to kind of revenge game tomorrow morning versus Liquid. I'm going to grab them to sweep at plus 153.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Well, thank you. There it is, G2. Hey, what are you doing with my stuff? Get out of there. Go catch a mouse or something. Okay, so it's G2 to sweep at plus 153, and then Furia plus 1.5 maps, minus 122, and then sprinkled that plus 261 money line. And that is you're going to go in your tab. It'll be Esports
Yep.
and then CSGO. There'll be a few different options, but these are CSGO plays. And then you guys have been doing these on TikTok also, right? You're putting them out on TikTok on your free pick vids.
Yeah, I haven't really been doing the free pick vids on the YouTube, but I'll put a TikTok out each night for my card and kind of go from there.
All right, perfect. Well, here we go. Check out the Earle Sports Bets TikTok, as well as the Picks and Parlays TikTok. And then again, if you guys want to get premium plays, I showed you, I used the Earle Sports Bets page as my example. They were #1 on the site yesterday, 11-5. So you're going to get a bunch of plays out of these guys. There's lots of different ways and combinations that you can buy them, but definitely don't forget to use the promo code BOWL. BOWL is going to save you 20% off of whatever you try to do on that. Well, not try to do or do not. There is no try. Everybody knows
Yoda.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. Breaking news. There is no try. But yeah, so thank you so much, Tim. Tim's going to start coming on every Friday. I've got Cam is lined up for Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, and Tim's going to start popping in on Fridays to let us know about the NBA. But because we don't really have any NBA, I said, hey, why don't you give them a little spiel about your esports? Because I know some of them are into it, and I don't judge, you know. You bet on that, and I bet on Russian table tennis. So, you know, we don't judge.
Me too. I still live bet my Russian table tennis from time to time.
I was the worst thing to ever happen to you, huh?
Yes and no. It's there'll be some nights where I'll just build up a little bit. Like I'll be betting the stupid lines, so I'll end up making like $5 on a decent chunk bet and just do that, like stockpile that over and over again, and then eventually I'll be able to bet a couple extra games because I live bet Russian table tennis.
Fair. I'm not mad at you. I got big on the putting $1 on will it go to overtime, because it's like a plus, you know, like plus 800 if I could just cash that one thing, or, you know, I don't know. That's a little more gambling, but it is what it is. If you cash one, then you make a whole bet back, you know.
Oh yeah.
Just fine. All right, Tim, thank you so much for coming on. You're off Game Time Decision, aren't you? But the show still goes on.
Yeah, there'll still be a show today. I'll be the next time I'll be on that is on Thursday. The next time I'll be on the ESB show is on Tuesday. I'm gonna take a couple days off to just whoosh, mental break. So it'll be nice. No NBA, and it's all NHL, and you know how much I know about the NHL. So Nick will end up having some of the hockey group chat on with him for the videos and stuff. So I get a couple of days off.
It's his turn because you carried the show during the NHL All-Star break. So, hey, it's just your vacation time now, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool, Tim. I'll see you later. But, guys, still check out Game Time Decision today at 6 p.m. Eastern with Detroit Lenny and Nick Earle. Don't bother Tim until I post his phone number onto the Morning Woody Facebook page. Then just call him randomly at all hours of the day and say balls, wieners, and then just hang out.
Yeah, exactly. And when you grab my number off the post that she posts up, in the comments section right underneath will be her number, so you can text her as well.
I feel like none of them want my number because they're all already on my Facebook Messenger. I don't think you guys realize how many of y'all I talk to throughout the day.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it is. All right, Tim, thanks. Have a great day. Good luck today. And thank you for the info as always.
No problem. Have a good one. You
too. I think here in the U.S., the kids are more into all-star games than adults. I mean, it's fun, but yeah, what the hell is he talking about? It's esports. Hi, Chillwell. Forgive me. I think I was jumping in here when you were mentioning, but it's bowl, BOWL, like smoka. It's a bowl. Oh, there we go. All right, we got there. Beautiful Star Wars quote. My child was raised on that Star Wars quote. I was on ESB handicapping NBA during the NHL All-Star break. Tim's just being lazy and not handicapping. Well, he's handicapping video games right now. Mr. Earle, what's up with the over/under 7 in the Wild game? How do you feel about that, Nicholas? Any thoughts on that? Okay, I'm going to pull you guys in. So Donta Lester, Megan Nicole, Danny Daniels, Kyle Pickard. Wait, you know what? Well, I give Nick a minute to look at that. Let me grab picks off the Facebook page, and then that way I can pull you in. I am so freaking hungry right now. So freaking hungry, let me tell you. Okay, Buzzabita and last Woody go here. Marshall Marlowe Finner. I think I got you, Marlowe. Nebraska under 146.5. Got that. Lex is taking Marist over. Where's my Lexington? Marist over 133. Okay. Juan Miguel. I think I got you, didn't I, honey boo boo? Honey bear. Juan Miguel. No, I didn't. Butler over the 141.5. Okay. 8 more comments. Bear with me. Tate took Cleveland over. Got you. Danny Daniels, Purdue Fort Wayne minus the 5.5. Okay. I remember Ross Benjamin told me that if you can ever find a reason to take the dog when there's 5 points, take the dog. Just throwing that out there. AJ's has VCU on the money line. VCU. Chris Scott, I got you. Cornell and Cleveland State under. Got you. Raymond Wells, I got you. Lane Elliott, NKU plus 1.5 because he put his on the Facebook page. Joshua Wells is going with VCU on the money line. All right. And that's what we got. Okay, y'all. College baseball, the Parlays were into parlaying Vanderbilt and Mississippi State, I believe. Hold on, I can pull it up and make. Here we go. Bam. So that's what I was trying to do. That's how I know I don't freaking have college baseball on my site, is because I didn't see it. It's Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. A 2-pick parlay is plus 150. All right. So I'll put this right here. Call B-ball. Wait, B-ball could be basketball. Allison. Baseball. Parlay plus 150 would be Vandy and Mississippi State. I wonder if I went down to the book, if I could go bet that in person. It's a 7 now. I bet over 6.5. Well, how do you feel about it? Happy Friday, Rickett. You're at home with a sick baby. Just stop by to hit the like button. That little angel. Dante's going to go Purdue Fort Wayne. Look, honey, Dante, stop doing it. You did it with Houston yesterday. You have to lay the points. The juice has to be under minus 150. Can't take Houston on the money line. No one would ever fall out of the contest if we could take those big dogs or those big favorites. Yes, Adam Kotzen, I did. I got you on the Stars and I got you on Richmond plus 3. The tres putos, like spiders. Just take Arizona. We are good at baseball too, just not football. God, you guys were nuts laying all those points with freaking Arizona yesterday. Earle Sports, that was your pick, Wilson Alejo. You said Arizona minus 13.5 first half, and the score was 42-44. And that's why you look at that going on. And that's why you fell off the board. I remember now. Earle Sports bets for the Predators Canes. I have one book showing over 5.5 at minus 130. MGM is showing us under 6 at minus 165. What's the angle? I'll ask you at 6 Eastern so you can explain better. Still 6.5 minus 130 on my book. I wouldn't bet 7. Well, okay. My bad. You're rushing. Okay. I'm just saying, because you did it yesterday, so I don't want you to end up getting in trouble for it. I just got your text, Tim. Yeah, I tried to tell him they don't do great first half. They turned it on in the second half. Arizona. Yeah, but they still didn't cover the 23 points. I think they only won by 13, which was the first half spread for that matter. Just be careful with those big points, y'all. Just be careful. Always look ahead too. Okay, so if you guys are looking for me, I'm at Plus Money Honey on the Twitters. Okay, and then also if you want good luck today, hit the freaking like button. Just smash that sucker. It brings you good luck because you did something nice for somebody else. The universe will reward you. If you guys haven't checked out our Morning Woody Facebook crew yet, I'm going to take close-up pictures of the board and post them over on the Morning Wood site. It's also where you can drop your picks if you've missed your pick for the day, which would be Kyle Pickard, Megan Nicole, Daniel Morales has 2. Sean Austin, I need your Woody. Raymond Daniel, Cody the God, Tyreek, Amanda Licious, Robert Franklin. That's who I'm missing here. So you could drop them into the comments of this video or over on our Morning Woody Facebook page. And there's a link for this. Just click on the link in the description of this video. And that's also where you'll find your $1,000 risk-free bet for anyone new signing up to BetMGM. All right. You got to be 21. You got to be in a participating state where sports betting is legal, but get yourself hooked up with BetMGM. And that's the way. And they give you $1,000 risk-free bet. I know I've said it 100 times, but we had 3 of our expert handicappers on the show today. Ross Benjamin, Cameron Ross, and Timothy Earle. Thank you guys all so much for coming on the show. And if you at home are looking for premium plays, use the promo code BOWL. You can find all 3 of those cappers and their packs at picksandparlays.net and use that promo code because it's all about value, folks. It's all about that value. Also, I've got a college basketball total chaos going on. Nick Parsons, Cam Ross, and Dre Richardson, all 3 are doing college basketball. So search that on your, I don't know, your search engine. Search that in your searchy thingy. When you search things and then you put things in there and then you say, looking for this, and then it pops up. That's what you're doing. Allie, if your build account is still active, you can use it for, damn it. Thank you for reminding me of that. And I have money in there. I forgot my code to Bill Hill. Leg Show, is it still Bill Hill? Oh, God, it was 833. I can't remember, but I can go to Arizona Charlie's and they'll let me know what it is. That's a great idea. Still have to go to the book. Okay, perfect. I love you, Leg Show. But it didn't flop us over to Caesars. We're still William Hill. Just wondering, asking for a friend, because I bet on Bet Online, BetMGM. Okay, so there's that, and then oh shoot, this is all Caesar stuff. I can take that right out. Yeah, so there is all of that, and I'm going to pull you guys in so that you can take the pictures, the screenshots of the board, and then you can use it for later in your day. For much later in your day. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is off. This is off. And this is off. Okay, so we got a lot going on the board. Obviously, Last Woody and Buzzer Beater, if their names are underlined, it's because they are in both of the contests. This is our soccer going on right here. These are the basketball totals. That's not a total. It's just Cam's pick, but that's kind of what you guys liked out of there. We got hockey. This is tomorrow from Stimmy OG, his Stimmy plays. We got tennis from Daniel Henderson. And we've got college baseball parlay from the Parlays. So y'all just take a little screenshot of that. Get your picks. Get your picks, y'all. And then I will immediately, I will photograph these. And I should put them up on the Woody page. This is what I'll do for you. Okay, Joker. So good work today. Hi, Anthony O'Malley. Why don't you ever make a pick? Thank you, Cisco. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I hope you got something out of that today. I don't always just want to be me standing here talking to you guys. Let's get some of the experts in here. It's the beauty of the show. We're a collaborative group here at Picks and Parlays. So you guys all have a great day. It's Friday. We got All-Star Weekend. Let's just let loose a little bit. Let's just have some fun this weekend, okay? Instead of stressing out about the Super Bowl and every prop pick that we could ever make in our whole entire lives. You have a BTTS, Chelsea, yes, plus 110. Bayern, Chelsea, BTTS. Okay, beautiful. Hi, Bahedity. haven't seen you in a while. Butler on the money line? You think so? I'm not going to say you're crazy because anything can happen. Happy starts of the weekend. Yes, exactly. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. All right, let's pump up those bankrolls again, everybody. Let's get those bankrolls pumped back up. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, I'll have some of the parlays with me. Let me check in on them, and we'll see what we can't do for you. All right? Good luck, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.